Greetings, well, I'm Pranay Padmanabhan from Mahindra University. Today we are here to interview you regarding our leadership project. So, moving on to the first question, can you please tell us about your company idea and Mahindra?
Okay. So, hi, good evening. Myself, Neil. My full name is Anil Rundawa. So, they call me Neil in the office, the company. So, IT America is established in 2004 and the CEO name was Praveen Gadakamala in July 2004 and it's been 20 years now. We completed 20 years with the company. So, basically, IT America is a IT US staffing company, so consulting firm, you can call it as. So we are into paid sales and recruiting as well as product development and corporate trainings too in USA. So we are 40 million company now and we have branches in North Carolina, Texas, Illinois and New Jersey. These are the company establishment till now and yeah, we have any questions.
So, Mr. Neil, talking about the company, that is alright. Can you tell us about yourself?
Okay, myself Anil Gundavar and I started my career with IT America in 2008 March and I started as a junior associate. Now I'm the sales manager in the company. So it's been almost 16 years of journey with IT America.
Okay. So, coming to the core questions of this interview, let's come to leadership and experience with teaming. So, reflecting on the leadership experiences, can you share an incident where you had to assemble a team very quickly and can you tell us something about that experience?
Yeah, I handle a team of 10 people here, and yes, we are into a very dynamic environment in IT industry staffing. So every day is a different role for us. So every day is a different challenges we face. So yeah, if we come across any bulk hiring from our clients or any implementation partner, so yes, we sit on the same floor. If we have any quick requirement and quick requirement we need to attain it, so we immediately assemble and work on the logistics and we try to deliver because we are into paid sales and recruitment part too. So any requisition comes in very short notice. We have to sit with the team, discuss the logistics and what timeline we have. Based on the timeline, we will have our timeline and we will deliver in the time. So yeah, we sit with the team and discuss and deliver.
Okay. So, when it comes to forming a team, even every individual in the team matters, right? So, talking about developing team capabilities, what strategies do you use to develop skills and capabilities of each and every team member, ensuring that everyone is dynamically set up for the challenge?
See, when working as a team, individual performance altogether count as a team performance, right?
Okay.
So every team member is a unique team member and he has a different potentialities and skill set. So based on their potential technicalities and based on their communication and their performance in the past. So based on there we will have training session. Every week we have 1 or 2 training session based on their performance, based on their workflow here. So we have everything calibrated. So based on their, because we are working in a very volatile situation in the IT industry because every day new technology emerge and we have to adopt the technology. We have to know because we save people and we hire people for the client. So obviously we should up to date with the technology. So whenever we come, I mean every time it's not the same thing we are doing, right? Every day it will be changed. So we have to adapt the technology. So whatever the new thing comes in the market and first we as a management we undertake the trainings, we learn the new things and then we have to transfer same to the team members. by giving proper training as per the market emerging technologies, we have to up to date that we deliver to the team also.
Okay, got it. So as you mentioned earlier, you had to form a group of 10 people, right? So, like coming to that, you had to form it very quickly, right? So, talking about that, how did the team members manage to like work with each other very effectively, like adaptation, all of that?
See, before everything as a team, we should have a discipline, okay? And you should be very adaptive for any environment when you are working in a corporate world. So we hired people so that they should be adaptive for any environment.
Okay.
So some day you will be working in one team, some day you are working in a different team
Right.
based on the requirement.
Right.
So today you are working on some recruitment, and today you are working on some requirement to the client delivered, and sometime you are working on a straight line which take months. So it's a different adaptive environment, and we train them first to adapt for every technology and environment. Based on that, whenever we have formed the teams, when we have a different kind of programs to deliver, we will segregate them, and based on their performance and potential, we will have a plan and strategy. Based on that, they perform and deliver.
Got it. So, when you work in teams, as you know, conflict is like inevitable, right?
Yes.
So, how do you deal with that?
See,
mostly?
conflict is good actually, right?
Good as in?
Yeah. How do you say that? Because see, when everything is spoon fed and you're doing your job and leaving, that is not exactly the product, the delivery of the product what we expect. The quality of product involves when you have a conflict. Because if there is a conflict, then you have a discussion. Then if you have a discussion, you will have a better product to come out. Right? So if there is a conflict, we learn new things. So we will learn things at the same time how we can rectify the problem, and how we rectify the problem with individuals in between the team members also will come to know. This is the learning experience for the management as well as the team members also. So yes, we got a lot of conflicts. Every time we have a solution, and that helped the team a lot.
That's a beautiful answer, sir. Also, like, can you give us an example where like you had to form a team and like one example of where like the challenge was a success, like where you were like able to get through the challenge, and like one example where like the challenge failed.
See, in 2015, we were really in a golden period, I can say that. In that time, I mean, at least 15 people as a fresh recruit we had,
Okay.
college graduates. So we put them in training for 2 months. Then, based on their performance and stuff, we hired for different teams. They started working it. So when you have a bulk hire and we start working in it, so yeah, most of the times it happens like we got very good people shine out of the trainings, and they started working with the company, and working with the company long time. So yeah, there will be unsuccessful stories also. People could not cope up with the environment, adaptability. So some people will leave. So we will have the same effort for everyone. But yeah, there will be success stories and there will be unsuccessful stories also. Yes, in 2015 we had some success stories where we hired people, we trained people, and they worked on the requirement, they delivered. So we had a good revenue in that year also. And yeah, there are some successful stories who couldn't adapt in the environment, who couldn't deliver. So yeah, there are few stories too.
So what I understand from teaming is like it often requires people, like all the team members, to work together and learn about each other and adapt to each other. So like, can you tell me a situation where like your team had to quickly learn new skills or like adapt to each other?
Right. See, the COVID, right?
Right.
COVID hit everyone in a different aspect. So even we have a aspect where we hit very roughly because in the Corona time, everyone working remotely,
Right.
and it gave a lot of opportunity for a new technologies to emerge in the industry.
Yes, sir.
So obviously we can always say that before Corona and after Corona. So after Corona, there is a lot of changes in the market. So there are a lot of AI came in, and there are a lot of technology upgrade happened.
Right.
So it's also obvious that before Corona, what level of technology skill set we have and what kind of environment we are going through. But later Corona, it's totally different because most of the people working remotely, and they need a different technology set to communicate with the clients, communicate with their technology. So in that period, obviously we are functioning as an office area. Now we used to work on remotely, and it is very difficult to communicate all together and manage the environment. So when we back to office, it was little difficult to communicate, and it was little difficult to communicate our vendors, our clients. So it took a little while to a little while to adapt those environment. So first what we did is we started communicating. This interpersonal skills what we say, right? So we started interacting with the team first. We have a lot of training sessions. We have a lot of exercises, so that how much we learn in the Corona time, how much we forward. So what are the things we used to do? We try to revive it, and what are the new things we need to adapt, the technology wise, the vendor wise, the workflow. That we did lot of session, lot of exercises, and we had fun activities to encourage the team and more creative way, so that the current technology what right now in the market we have to understand, and we have to incline the same thing in our workflow also. So yes, we did lot of exercises and lot of activities, so that we can adapt the technology and the skill set also.
And so, what was the outcome of all this?
The outcome is that we are now in line with the market scenario and the technology, and what exactly the market demands for, and what exactly we have to offer to our client and vendors. Now we are matching that.
Got. So when you're working with people and teams, so as we know, conflict is about to happen, right? So when a conflict arises, then within your team, how did you how did you tackle it?
See, conflict in the sense in work environment, it should be a creative thought, right? So we have to go to the root cause. Where exactly the root of that conflict. So it is it really affecting in a positive way or negative way, that we need to find out
Right.
as a lead, as a manager for the team. So what I try to do is I'll try to rectify what exactly the conflict is. So if it is something related to creative work, definitely we'll sit and discuss with the team, and who is contributing and who is exactly helping with for the workflow. So we'll discuss with the team, and who's more about the positive side, and we'll try to convince the other party, and we'll try to tell like what exactly contributing the team and contribute to the workflow also. So based on that, we'll convince, and we'll try to give some training to the guy, and we'll try to close the conflict.
And what was its impact on the overall team coordination, sir?
Yes, see, when we are coordinating with the people, definitely there should be a conflict. Then we have to get into the shoes. Then we have to talk to the people. We try to rectify the problem, And yes, when we are working with multiple people, multiple conflicts we will have. So we grow and we learn. That is what the conflict means to the team.
Yes.
So we learn a lot of things, and we learn where we are failing, and learn that we need to focus. So based on the conflicts and the issues, we come to know.
So it basically helps them grow as people too.
Yes.
That's good, sir. That's a very insightful answer, in fact.
Mhm.
Also, as you said, you've been with IT America for like 16 years now,
Yes.
over 16 years,
Right.
right? So, like, can you give us an example about a particular teaming experience which is like successful and one which is like not very successful?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, 2015 was a golden area, golden period what we get there.
Yes.
So we have very big team at that time. The market was booming, and we are working very good. And we know the technology. We have very control over the market, and we have very good control over the technology what we are working in. So we did very good job, and we generated a very good revenue to the company, and that is a very big successful story I can mention about. And failure, yes, as I said, uh, COVID hit very hard on our industry. So yes, we earlier stages like 2013 for 1 year at least, we really have faced a lot of hurdles on the technology side and training side, and we are not able to cope with the market scenario, and the revenues also went down, and it took a lot of time, and a lot of people left us because the market is bad and people are not able to cope with the things. They will leave us, some people we need to let them go. So yes, 2023 after COVID, it was a little bit painful story. We tried our best to do, but still we failed to deliver. So that is where 1 year it is a little bit downside for the company. So that's what I can say little bit our really story.
Got it. So, sir, we are almost at the end of this interview. So, like, would you like to add something to the interview? Like, any experience of yours which would like help us with the art of learning,
Yes,
art
sure.
of
Yeah.
team working.
So see, IT industry always it's a volatile situation,
Right.
and you should. This generation is very fast compared to last 1 or 2 decades. This decade is emerging like anything in the market, right? So who are hoping to footstep their business in IT industry, IT staffing industry. This is very dynamic situation in the market right now. So everyone is talking about artificial intelligence right now. So
Yes.
there are 100% of projects in India, whole world, but only 2 to 3% of people are really engaged into AI. So 80% of the business is still there. So if you start working on this AI technology and industry, then it will help because there are a lot of big market coming in. Most of the clients are investing more into AI side. So who are all want to get into this IT industry. So this is the first foremost thing is more important right now. So who are aspirant about their career in IT. So I suggest them get into AI. That is the big picture going forward for next 10 years at least. Yeah, this is my.
Thank you, sir. That was it. So, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, if you are looking forward to see, you are into business area, right?
Yes.
So again, IT or business is going hand in hand.
Right.
So see, business is in different areas. It would be manufacturing, it would be retail, whatever it is. But if you are choosing IT as a business administration business area as per your curriculum and academy
Right.
academics, so you should concentrating more on the market trends in IT industry.
Right, sir.
As I mentioned, my suggestion is also that AI is the
Yes.
next thing in the market.
Thank you, sir.